Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 19, right, of the Leetcode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you are thinking about this problem. How did you do and all this stuff? Back to a medium, so not hard today. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right. I am a little bit tired today. I am doing, how long has it been? Let's see. Maybe right now it's about like a 20-hour fast. I'm trying to do like, a full day of fasting. So we'll see how that goes. And if you are in my Discord, you know that this is something that I do once in a while. For me, I on my Aruba trip, I drank way too much soda and too much sugary stuff in general. So I'm trying to reset my insulin sensitivity a little bit. I know that I'm probably could do a little bit longer of a fast, but tomorrow is Father's Day, so I'm gonna spend it with, at least in the US. So I'm gonna try to spend it with my parents, and it'll be a little bit awkward explaining why I'm fasting on that day. So anyway, all right. All that said, let's get started on today's problem. That's way too much on an update. Anyway, search suggestion system. Okay, so you get in products and the search word suggest at most 3 product names from products after each character of the search word. If there are more than 3 products are covered, return 3 lexicographically minimum products. Okay. I think the way to do this is just brute force. Not brute force. Maybe that's the wrong word. I think I say brute force a lot. I just mean like, But yeah, I think the idea is just for every you can basically. I guess this is like a try really. You can do it in other. I was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say something like for each product, you can kind of get the prefix, put the prefix in yeah, you can get the prefix in a good way. The constraints are pretty right, but do I want to do it with a try? I guess so. I think you're supposed to do it with a try. I think even yesterday's we were supposed to do it with a try, really. So maybe we are now in the try section instead of DP anymore. I hope you're trying hard. So yeah, so let's do it with as intended with a try, since that is maybe the intention. So yeah, so the idea here is then just for each word we process it into a try, and for each node on the try we keep track of the 3 words that care for it, and that should be pretty straightforward, I think, if you have practiced try before. So let's get it started, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as you can kind of see me start typing. Yeah, okay. And I think one thing that I do want to do is sort it first, so that now we have it in lexicographic order, so then we can yeah. Sorry, I had to tell Alexa to chill for a second because it was just beeping. I think I set a timer at some point. Sorry, friends at home. This is live and very professional, as you can see, with my background and everything. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so okay, so now that this is sorted, then we know that we don't have to worry about like comparisons. We just have to know that the first 3 words are good. And here, and this is something that I try is important. I do get questions a bit. So one thing is that I definitely have gotten these things on interviews, so definitely be familiar with them. Second question that I often get is whether we need to implement everything during the interview. And I think in the past, especially when I was doing live interviews, meaning that like I was there, like I was in person and so forth. So in that case, when we were doing it on whiteboard, I guess that's the more important part. When we're doing whiteboard, then I usually just ask, hey, is it okay if we assume, a reasonable definition of try and node and stuff like this. And usually they're okay. I mean, if I have, and I usually also add, if I have time in the end, I'll just write it out. But you know, these are pretty standard stuff, so I would ask. And sometimes, or it hasn't happened to me, but that, you know, number one key of an interview is going to be communication, no matter what you're doing, no matter which kind of interview. So definitely, you know, at first they'll just be like, no, you have to write it out. Then, you know, you write it out. That said, maybe that's a little change a little bit, especially now that, you know, you could type. Maybe that's a little bit easier. Still, it's a little bit redundant, or not redundant, just, you know, it's a little bit standard in terms of what a try is and what a node is. So, but anyway, for now though, for here, we will type it out. So I hope that I answered your question there. Okay. So then now we have sub.root is equal to node maybe, and that's pretty okay. And let's say we have a node class that has, yeah. And how do we want to do it, right? Well, we want to I know that there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can basically, what I would do is just have edges on a lookup table. I would also say, like, you know, is the end maybe is false, and that just notes that this is that contains one full word. Of course, there are also other conventions, maybe an edge with a $sign or something like that. It's fine. I mean, you know, you get, sometimes I do it in both, or like I don't do it in both, but on random days I pick one. It doesn't really matter. So it's not, you know, it is a convention. I think this is technically clean if you ask me, but that's besides the point. Okay. And then now, what do we want to do? We want to have an add word thing. Also, I'm being very inconsistent with the, with the thing. So let's just do an add word. And then, of course, we need the word Larry. Yeah, and then so current is equal to sub.root. Yeah, we'll do the search later. It's fine. Oh, and here in each node, as we said, I actually forgot about this. We have to do lookup maybe, right? And there are a couple of things you can do here, actually, to be honest. You can, you know, return the actual, we're gonna store the actual word here, which actually may get expensive, to be honest. But we can also store the index. So maybe we should just store the index instead. We'll go over it in a second, I suppose. Yeah, and then for each add word, we just have start the root. Then for character in word, current is equal to the node dot add edge or add or naming on these things are a little bit hard, but we basically what I want is something like add edge if it doesn't exist, but also just return the edge, right? So C. So then we can have something like add edge of, you know, the letter C. If self dot edges or if C is an edge, then we just return self dot edges of C. Maybe the other way to write it down is if this is not in this, then self dot edges of C is equal to new node. Okay, right, so far so good. And then at the very end, I'm actually messed something up here. So let me actually rewrite this a little bit because I don't use the lookup, and we should do it at every node, right? So anyway, but we can also do it here. I don't know which way is cleaner, but yeah, maybe that's fine. Maybe current if length of current dot lookup is less than 3, then we add word there, right? So then current dot lookup dot append word. But as we said, I actually just want the index, so let's just say index, right? And then at the very end, we do count is n is equal to true. I actually don't know if this is even necessary, because I think in this case we store all the things in the nodes anyway. So maybe this is not necessary. Let's take it out just for funsies. Make it challenging. Maybe we need it later, and then I'll look silly. Okay, so then now, yeah, for product and products, we have, oh, we didn't set the try. So try is equal to new try dot add word of product, right? So this looks so good so far, I believe. I'm gonna run it real quick just to see if I have any like syntax errors and stuff like this. Okay, looks okay. And then now, so then it's a little bit tricky how we want to do it in terms of like a clean API, because yeah, because maybe it's on the edge, or it's on the node. Yeah, and then maybe just like a regular get edge. And then here we actually return something like that, right? Again, run it just real quick. And then on the suggested product, I think that, and then we can do, oh wait, did I mess this up? This index doesn't make sense, does it? No, Larry. I think I was confusing some stuff, but let's just say you have a word and an ID, right? ID is actually a keyword in Python, but nonetheless. And then we want to enumerate here, right? And the index is going to be our ID for this one, so it's fine. Yeah, and then here we want that. Okay, so this looks good so far. Let's run it again real quick. I like to run it because if I have any typo or mistakes, I can clean up here. Also, we're close to done anyway. So for how do we do a prefix? Oh, I guess we just do like for I in range of length of search word. Then no, that's not the way I want to do it. So for C in search word, C being character. So now current is equal to try dot root, right? Is the node. So for each in search word, each character in search word. First, we move up the thing. Do we count the 0 character one? I'm just looking at the answer. It doesn't seem like it, so we should be okay. So current is equal to current dot get edge of C, and then current dot lookup will contain the thing. So then now we have, let's just say we have answer, right? And then we have answer dot append. This thing, except for it's an index, so then we just have to convert it back to a word list, right? So then products of I, and I think that should be good, maybe, unless I have some like silly typo, which is very possible. I think one thing maybe I'm wrong here is that I think I'm missing some edge cases. I didn't really look at whether because it can have no words, right? If you like, for example, I don't know if it's a routed input, but for example, if you add in let's say mouse pad A, right, then I think I probably give the wrong answer because now I'm going here, right? So yeah. So then here, what do we want to do for things that don't look up, right? Okay. If current, okay, maybe just something like if current get edges is right, but I want this to have a none. Maybe I can do something like I can. That's yucky. Also, this is on lookup, not edges. I messed up, but I can do something like if C not in sub.edges, then we just return none. I think maybe that just say exactly what I mean instead of trying to be clever. And then here I can go if current is not none, then do these things. Otherwise, if it is none, then we just well, there's this part, and then now if current is not none again, then we append it. Otherwise, append an empty list. Should be okay. Yeah, so that looks okay. So let's give it a quick submit. Hopefully I don't get the wrong answer here. I see a wrong answer here. Okay, cool. Yes, first try, beat you, past Larry, but not the second past Larry. So one of the past Larrys I beat, but tied the other one. Okay. What did I do? Is it the empty case maybe? Don't know. This is just ridiculously like not useful. But it seems like I probably just missed some empty things. Maybe not. I don't know. Hard to say. Search. I did put it in a thingy here. Yeah, I don't know. Either way. Yeah. So what is the complexity of this, right? Well, the dictionary, not library, the dictionary construction will be O of 1 for basically because sorry, not O of 1. Obviously not. I mean, O of 1 per character, so it's going to be linear in the size of the input, which is and the size of the input here is the number of products, and well, not just the number of products, but the total number of characters in products itself. And search word, for each one, we do mostly O of 1 work. I mean, you could maybe make some argument about like just converting back to a list, but for the most part, it's effective O of 1. But and also this only has three things anyway. So you want to say it's hard coded to 3, so it's O of 1 kind of. I don't feel strongly about it, but you get the idea. The idea is that for each character, we only do O of 1-ish work, maybe. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have. This is kind of a little bit long code, but I am also trying to use the pub abstraction. Maybe I could have put this inside the try as a funky try. I don't know, but it would improve reusability, because then now you have, you can construct it once. Like for example, let's say you have, I don't know, 20 words, how you would do it. Well, I mean, in theory, you can just have it here, but then you have another for loop. But having another abstraction is probably preferable. And so in that sense, I think I prefer this solution, even though this is basically what I did here. Cool. Cool. That's pretty much all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see you later and take care. Bye-bye.